Hey there, Bryan Rogala here. This is the 101, and today we're going to talk about buying your first mountain bike. If you want to buy a decent bike that you're going to love and you're not going to outgrow in a year and that's going to last a while, you're going to want to plan to spend at least $1,000 on a hardtail or around $3,000 for a full suspension bike. Good bikes aren't cheap. So knowing that, what should you look for in your first mountain bike? First, let's talk hardtail versus full suspension. In general, you're going to get more bike for your money by going with a hardtail or a bike without rear suspension. They're cheaper than full suspension bikes, have less moving parts, and are gonna have higher end components than a full suspension bike of the same price. Plus, there's just less to worry about. You just set the pressure in your front fork and set your tire pressure and you're good to go. Next, tire and wheel size. 29 and 27.5 are the two main wheel sizes that you're gonna hear a lot of debate about, but ultimately it just comes down to personal preference. Either way you go, if you're buying a hardtail, make sure you get one with plus size tires. What's a plus size tire? So regular mountain bike tires are like 2.1 to 2.4 inches wide, whereas plus size tires are anywhere from 2.8, like I've got right here, to a full 3.0 or 3.2 inches wide. Now, going with a wider tire and rim combo allows you to run lower tire pressures, which gives you more traction and stability, and a little more cushion in the back since you don't have suspension back there on a hardtail. Last, whatever you do, make sure you buy a bike with a dropper post, because that is the single most important component when you're just getting into riding, and it's gonna make the biggest difference. Okay, so you know what to look for. Now, how do you go about buying that bike? Well, I've got 3 tips. Number 1, go to a bike festival. You can buy a weekend pass to something like the Sedona Bike Festival or Outer Bike, and that'll give you the opportunity to try out tons of different bikes back to back and really get a feel for what you like. It's also nice because most bike shops will only let you ride around the parking lot. That doesn't give you a great idea of how it's gonna ride on the trail. Also, if you're gonna demo a bike from a bike shop, take it out on some local trails, that's gonna run you about $70. So if you're doing that a lot, a bike festival really starts to make sense. Number 2, bargain hunt. You should consider buying last year's model on closeout from a local bike shop. They usually put those on sale in the fall, or just buy used. You can look on Craigslist or sites like Pink Bike or MTBR, and you can find a great deal. And buying a used mountain bike is a good idea because you're gonna beat it up anyway. Number 3, buy the right bike for where you live. Now, a hardtail with plus size tires is gonna work well for just about anybody across the country on any trail. But if you live somewhere with really exceptionally technical trails, then it's worth ponying up and buying that full suspension bike from the get-go. Okay, so knowing all that, which bikes should you look at? Well, if you want to go the plus size hardtail route, it's really tough to beat Trek's Roscoe 7 or 8 for the money. If you want something with a 29 inch as opposed to a 27.5 wheel, you should look at Trek's Stash, which is a little more expensive, but also a great bike. Specialized Fuse and Salsa's Timberjack are also great options. Now, if you do want a full suspension bike, I'd recommend either a 29er or a 27.5 plus bike with about 120 millimeters of rear travel. Something like Trek's Fuel or Specialized Stump Jumper would be perfect. The great thing about all those bikes I just mentioned is they come in a variety of price points depending upon the components that you want on your bike. So just buy whatever you can afford and you can't go wrong with any of those options. Now, the most important thing to do is get out there and ride as many bikes as you can before you make your decision. Happy biking.